Good morning. Welcome. Allow yourself to smile for just a moment. To just breathe. To just be here now. To just be present. Ultimately, to just be. I'm so thankful you're here. I love you. And hopefully you feel the love. Hopefully you know that I'm very appreciative of all of you and your commitment to this discipline and this journey. Take a moment if you would, if you feel like that this practice is valuable to someone else, to maybe pass this along to them. Get a couple of technical things out of the way here. And then if you want to share this to your page. It's early morning for many, and so there are some who are not quite awake yet. But if you'll share this with your community, the people who are friends with you on your page, and spread this love around. In fact, this week our focus is specifically on compassion. And I call it an in-depth practice of self-compassion. As I've said many times before, and you'll probably hear me say it many more times, we can only love the world outside of us to the degree that we love the world inside of us. We can only envelop the world around us with compassion if we have enveloped our inner world with compassion. When I'm judgmental toward another, when I am impatient with another, that happens to the degree that I am judgmental toward me and impatient with me. Now that I know this helps me tune back in to what part of me needs to be more free and have more compassion. So today's heart meditation is a powerful version of compassion practice. I think that's probably the most beautiful way I know to begin this practice together is to simply sort of gather a sense of your own intention. I think everyone who's here wants to ultimately be a hub for love. But during this time, I'm going to put my intention and my energy toward experiencing my own heart at full capacity. Allow myself to experience the full capacity of the awakened heart of compassion. It's the Dalai Lama who said, "Compassion is not a luxury, it's a necessity." And I agree. What the world needs more of is compassion. And it gains that by me being totally in love with me and compassionate toward me. Some people will say, well, that sounds selfish. No, it is self-centered in that it brings balance here within the self, but it is not selfish. Being fully aware and awake to your own compassionate self brings the world into a much more compassionate space. As a way of leading in, we're going to begin with what is really called a Taoist or a Buddhist tradition, a smile down So I'll ask you to take a moment, if you would, to just sit up straight. Allow your spine to straighten. Allow your shoulders to soften. We're going to do what's called in the Taoist tradition a smile down. Smile. A smile down is to create the maximum receptivity and the openness in a very physical and it's a physical way, and it invites your cells to get engaged. I'm going to ask you now, as your eyes are gently closed, as you bring in your focus toward the breath. Bring us inside to the heart space and imagine the sky. Just sense for a moment the openness extending in all directions. A great open sky. Just imagine for a moment sensing the curve and spirit of a smile filling the sky. As much as possible to visualize that and then sense that openness of the sky, feeling the mind and that curve of a smile spreading through the mind. Connecting now with openness, availability, possibilities. Let the smile now spread through the eyes. You can sense the corner of the eyes lifting up just a little bit. Softening the eyes, allowing the brow to become smooth. Relax your jaw. Sense for a moment a slight smile at the mouth. See if you can sense the inside of the mouth smiling. Your eyes smiling. Your mouth smiling. You might feel the throat and feel that the throat is expanding as you breathe in and out. Again, even in the throat there, sense that same curve and openness of a smile. And then imagining that you can smile all the way down into the heart space, sensing the curve of the smile spreading through the heart and the chest area. Sensing it emerging, the smile emerging from the inside out. Feel a natural openness in space. An openness that doesn't cover over what's happening for you right now, but simply makes room. The eyes are smiling, and the mouth, and the throat, and the heart. And see if you can loosen the belly and feel the breath. Receive deep breath into the torso. Imagine and sense the same smile spreading through the belly and the openness in that area right beneath the belly and the solar plexus, moving down to the sacral. Sensing an openness and ease down through the hips and the legs right now, into the feet, up through the chest, sensing space open in a way that you can allow whatever might be tense or tight in your body to just simply loosen and let go some. Sensing the curve of the smile that began in the sky, in the eyes now, in the mouth, the throat, the heart, the torso, down into the legs, all the way to your feet. Sense that openness and ease. Resting in a natural receptivity or relaxed state. The beautiful reign of compassion begins with sensing in your life as you're experiencing your life today. Whatever issues or situations have been active in you, just let them go at the moment. Whatever you think needs or wants your attention, just let it go at the moment. Whatever situations have caused painful reactivity and suffering, just let it go at the moment. Whatever space in your being has been experiencing pain or suffering, that can be the very place that we bring this meditation today. So take a few moments and just sense whatever naturally comes to consciousness. Some difficult situation, some place where you might contract into selfing and into liking the self, perhaps, where you might feel caught in fear, some place where you might be caught in some sense of grief, anger, or hurt. Whatever you're sensing in your body wants your attention. Bring that smile into that space. Just allow this sensation of compassion into that space. This might be a situation in your life that involves another person, a conflict. Might be a situation at work, something to do with your health. As you let yourself settle on something to work with, you might let the situation be front and center in your attention. So this is an invitation to actually let the story be there. Let the triggers be there. If it's another person involved, you might see the person's face or hear the conversation or the words that might set you off. Could be something that you anticipate happening. You might let yourself see that in your mind's eye, as if it's on a movie screen, remembering that if there's a fire on the screen, you're not burned. If there's water on the screen, you're not soaked. Just see it and smile. Smile into it. Give that space compassion. get into that space, if you see that face, that hear that voice, or see that situation that tends to heighten your stress, freeze frame it. And then allow the rain of compassion to come in. Say to yourself, okay, this is part of the experience of my life right now. But I send it love too. I send it compassion as well. I honestly acknowledge this situation, and I send this situation loving compassion right now. Instead of trying to get rid of it or to change it, send love to it now. Just let it be. I look at it and I let it be. At this moment, just recognize it and allow it. Now notice in your body how it feels. Notice the quality of the sensations. As you investigate what it feels like inside, maybe put your hand on your heart as a way of reminding yourself of kindness and compassion. Turn your energy toward yourself. Call yourself by name and say, I love you. I accept you. And I treat you with kindness. Just notice the emotions that are swirling around inside and the thoughts that are just coming and going. Remembering that you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. And you are not your feelings. You may ask yourself a few inquiring questions as you see this scene inside of your mind. You may ask yourself, what am I believing about this situation? My response to it? Am I believing that this means I'm a bad person because I respond? Am I believing that I'm failing because I've responded in anger? Am I believing that my life will never work out the way I want it to be? Am I believing another person doesn't really care about me? Am I believing I'm basically broken? Do I believe that I'm unlovable? These are just some core beliefs that are often there without us realizing it. As you ask yourself these questions and you feel the emotion around it, remember to send that smile, that loving awareness into that space. Just scan through your feelings. Feel the throat, the chest, and the belly. Those are the most common areas where we feel these senses and experiences. Gently repeat this after me. Though this may be what I'm experiencing now, it will not always be this way. And say to yourself gently, I love you through this. I accept you fully. Send the smile, the curve of that smile that started in the sky, this pool of compassion. Open that up in whatever part of your body you feel the tension. Send compassion and loving awareness and kindness to that space. See if it's possible to go right inside the part of you that feels most reactive, most hurt, or angry, even afraid. Feel it from the inside out and sense what is the part most wanting. What is it that I really need? As you feel the feelings, remind yourself, each time you judge yourself, you break your own heart. Each time you judge you, you pull away from the love that is the wellspring of your vitality. But now the time has come, your time, to live and to trust the goodness that you are. Gently repeat this affirmation. I will no longer judge me. I will accept and love me. Your true essence is pure awareness, aliveness, love. Pressing into this space, I decide in this moment to let no one or no idea obscure this truth. If an idea comes that tries to pull me into the space of self-judgment, I forgive it. I forgive even that idea for its unknowing. Just let go and breathe into the goodness that you are. I truly offer loving presence to the life within me. I bathe in the light and the warmth of compassion's call. I forgive all of my past perceived failures. And I press into the truth of my divine nature. Breathing in with a smile to the heart space. If you're experiencing tears flowing now, just let them flow. All of us respond differently as the healing begins to envelop us. Through the tears, allow the smile of compassion and kindness to move once again into the eyes, the mouth, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, into the hips, the pelvis, the upper legs, knees, all the way down your legs and into your feet. Feel the warmth of compassion's smile. I'll invite us now into a series of 3 deep breaths. After the exhalation of each breath, just allow a gentle smile to form on your face and feel that as compassion's smile, as if the divine is smiling down on you. Preparing now for our first breath together. Begin. And exhale. And smile. Thank you. And our second breath together. Begin. And exhale. And smile. our third breath together begin. And exhale. And forming a smile on your face. A confident smile of compassion and love and full acceptance. And each time you smile throughout the day, be reminded of this space of grace and compassion. Feeling the love and the light and the warmth that surrounds your whole being. There is a place in the heart where everything meets. Go there if you want to find me. Mind, senses, soul, eternity, all are there. Are you there? Enter the bowl of vastness that is the heart. Give yourself to it with total abandon. Quiet ecstasy is there, and a steady, regal sense of resting in a perfect spot. Once you know the way, the nature of attention will call you to return again and again and be saturated with knowing, I belong here. I am at home here. Namaste. Namaskar. Amitabha. Aho. Om. Love and mercy, peace and grace, truth, tranquility, serenity, courage, love, forgiveness, truth, compassion. And so it is. And so it is. And so is you. All right, all right, all right. Whew. That's good stuff. Thank you, as always, for being on this journey with me. This is going to be a fun week. It's going to be a way for us to enter into this space of compassion and bring this smiling compassion into our space of, for some, maybe some deep hurts. Allow yourself to go to that place, maybe for the first time since you experienced the hurt. Just allow yourself to be there, to give that love in that space. You deserve to be whole and complete. Is it possible to put so much love and compassion and kindness into that space that you can be whole and complete by the end of this week? It is possible. And why not? Higher quality of life. Okay, I've gotten caught up today and we've run over time. We don't really have a time limit on this, but anyway. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I love you. I wish you peace and grace and love and compassion and the warmth of all of that. If you run into a tense moment today, and let me just say probably when you run into a tense moment, remind yourself to smile. And as you smile, see that big smile in the sky that you imagined at the beginning of this meditation. See that big smile. Be that big smile. Grin right at it. I love you all very much. Now go and make it a great day. Because you can. Peace.